nerd is the new sexy.
Late last night and the night before, couple of nerds knocking at my door. Because this is Nerds the New Sexy, and we all float down there.
Everyone floats like a turd.
Yeah.
Was that like the toilet flushing, or?
Yes.
Okay. That actually sounded like something exploded.
Oh, yeah, a butthole.
Well, alright guys, welcome to Nerds the New Sexy. This is episode number 62. This episode's going to be about, well, basically Stephen King books / movies. I mean, it just came out, so...
Yes.
We'll get to that. We got some news. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll cover some things first, and then we'll get to, Halloween in September.
The main topic, Halloween in September.
Whoa.
First, let's talk about Death Note. I know, this is something we didn't get to talk about when it first came out because we were on a break.
Yes.
Sunrie, what was your initial thought of Death Note? Because Death Note has a live-action series on
already.
Netflix. Now, it's not the Japanese version. It's not the one that came out for them. No, they whitewashed it, and we'll get to that. But go ahead, Sunrie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I kind of refuse to see it. I had seen the anime and stuff like that, and I absolutely adored it and loved it and couldn't get enough of it and watched every single episode.
You were a bigger fan than I was at one point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I literally, just so you know, I watched the whole season. I watched it all on Netflix. I finished today because I got done watching the movie, and I'm like, I want to point out everything that's wrong with this.
Watch beginning to end for the anime. I never really was able to read in the comics. I got to see the Death Note movie. I'm not talking about the live-action Japanese movie, but I mean the Death Note movie, which is basically Ryuk's version of everything that went down, where it kind of implies the spoilers that the Shinigami who is talking to Ryuk is actually Light from the events that had happened, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I did also get to see it was the live action adaptation of Death Note, the Japanese version.
Yeah, I got to see that too.
Yeah, I thought the guy who played Light in that was pretty damn good.
The whole show was pretty damn perfect.
Yeah, when they introduced L, I was like, "Yep, that's L."
Yeah, it was very good. It was the Japanese adaptation of the movie, or I think it was a TV series.
It was a TV series. Yeah,
it was very good.
I don't know how much of it there actually is, because the last episode I was able to see was when they introduced Light to L.
Yeah.
Right after his girlfriend was killed. I mean, and they changed some things in it, and I wasn't too happy with it, but I understand where they were going with it.
Well, it couldn't be exactly the same as the anime because it would just be the same show, and you got to change it. And I understand those subtle changes. Yeah,
and so I liked it, and then I heard they're bringing Death Note to Netflix. I was like, okay, isn't it already? And then they're into like, no, this is a movie.
So I was super excited. Well,
at first I heard it was a series. I'm like, oh, interesting. And then I found out it's about some fucking white.
He is not Tanaka. He is not Japanese.
Yeah, he's not Tanaka. He was not Japanese. Basically, it found out it's about a whiny bitch teenager who is lower upper class type thing, who's just this average Joe, and completely destroyed what Light was supposed to be and what he was standing for and why you understood his motivations. Then they show L, and he's basically Jay-Z.
Well, he doesn't act like Jay-Z, but I'll get to all of that once you're done.
Yeah, just looking at the characters and reading the synopsis and knowing what I know about Death Note, and then seeing the characters, all I can go is, this isn't going to work. This is fucking terrible. I don't feel like watching it. And when Wyld kind of gave me a quick rundown, especially with one of his tweets on and stuff like that, I was just like, well, yeah, it's probably because the writers didn't even know what Death Note was.
The only good thing, and I'll start with the good thing on this, because there's gonna be spoilers here, guys, big time spoilers. So skip ahead if you want. The only good thing, the anime. William Dafoe. Thank you. William Dafoe played Ryuk, and he did a good job.
Okay, now I did hear his voice on a trailer and stuff like that, and all I thought was, that works.
Doesn't it? He sounds just like him.
Yeah, I think he does a phenomenal job.
His last line in the actual live action movie on Netflix is, "Humans are so interesting," and it was so good. It just took me back, and it made me want to watch the anime again, because that's something that Ryuk said all the fucking time.
Oh,
They made him a little too spiny though in the Netflix movie. They made him too spiny. He's he had like spines coming out of his back and stuff. You can look at him and go, oh, that's Ryuk, but at the same time you're like, it's like they tried too hard. But there's gonna be a lot of bitching here. Let's start from the beginning. We got this whitewash, blonde-haired, kind of goofy-looking guy who plays Light. Now let's look at Light in general in the anime, and in just as a character. He's a smart individual, top of his class, very fucking not scared of much.
Father's a police officer, a very strong sense of justice, what he feels is justice.
Yes, what he feels is justice, which becomes warped later on in the anime. But that's beside the point. Anyway, instead we have this blonde-haired, goofy, fucking chicken shit kid who gets bullied at school.
Yeah, and he was very well liked. I mean, yes, there was a part with bullying, which was why he tried the Death Note to begin with.
Yeah.
And he watched him, die on the street and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was not the norm for his character. People liked him. People looked up to him.
Yes. They kind of mimicked that scene in the movie, and all I could think of was Final Destination. They just went too bloody. Death Note was good because they cut that stuff away and let your imagination go to it.
Yeah, and because the whole thing was, they're going to have a heart attack, unless you're specific.
Yeah. Well, no,
and he didn't know about that until later.
Yeah, the first thing he wrote was decapitation.
Oh.
Yeah. And the guy, literally a car goes by, some series of events happens, and this ladder goes off the back of this truck and basically decapitates the fucking bully. So, yay! There you guys go. Now, I have posted a thing that someone else has put together that I liked so much that shows the difference of actions between Light in the anime and Light in the Netflix movie. Light, when Ryuk first finds Light in the movie, it's about 15 minutes of Light screaming like a little girl. I'm not kidding. He pulled
a Shia LaBeouf in Transformers, where he starts just screaming like a girl.
Well, not only did he scream like a little girl, I mean, there was some weird shit going on. I'll grant him that. But I'm also comparing this to the anime. He sees Ryuk, screams, and he's in class. He's in detention. He screams like a little girl, goes straight to the door.
Detention?
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes straight to the door screaming for help. And then, after he does that, because shit's flying around him, Ryuk's pretty much fucking with him, which is funny. And after that, he sees he can't get out, so he goes under the desk and hides in the fetal position with his hands over his eyes.
That's our hero, everybody.
That is the whitewashed version of Light. In the anime, he gets startled, falls out of his chair, looks up and says, "Oh, I've been expecting you." That's as far as that sphere goes.
Yeah, which speaks a lot about his character.
Now let me ask you this, Sunrie, and I know you could tell me this. When it comes to Light and L, what's the first thing you think of?
Like a cat and mouse?
Oh, it's a battle of wits.
That was one of the things I love best about that anime, is each one trying to outmove the other one, and this constant cat and mouse game.
Say goodbye to that. Not in the movie. No.
I mean, just like, okay, like that whole scene when again, it's subtle things in the anime and even in the manga that speak so much about the characters. Like when Ryuzaki, aka Ryuzaki, which is actually L, straight up tells Light that he is L.
Oh yeah, that ceremony.
I've got something to tell you. What? I'm L.
I'm L. He just doesn't fuck off about it.
Yeah. Because and Light even says, he goes, why would he say that? He either doesn't believe that I'm Kira, or he knows that if I try to kill him now, I'm gonna think of the actor and kill the actor instead. I've got to watch this guy. Then they both get up to do their speeches. Light reads this speech, and L, with a blank piece of paper, recites it word for word. That speaks volumes about that character. Just like Light seeing the Shinigami and being like, holy crap, you're real, and I was expecting you.
Yeah.
That says a lot about his character.
That's not in the movie. An idiot got the notebook, and not only is he an idiot, but he's a scared idiot. And then he gets this power, and he finds
Misa.
her, right?
Misa.
Thank you, Misa. I was trying to remember because they keep saying it twice. Misa. Yeah, she's a pop star. Well, in the
Right.
in the
Well, in the original, I think she was like a model / pop star thing.
yeah, kind of thing. In an idol, as they call them in Japan.
Yes. Yeah, she was a Jap idol.
Yeah, I think she has like a whitewashed version name too, but it's supposed to be her, obviously. As opposed to being, because I'm gonna get back to Elle and Light in a minute, but as opposed to being like, you know, utterly in love and will do anything he wants kind of thing, she's
and
more,
almost more insane than he is.
No, she's more manipulative. She's trying to get the notebook in the movie.
But she has a notebook.
She doesn't. They don't even show the other Shinigami. It's just Ryuk. That's it. Because it's a movie and it takes way too long for them to animate other shit. They meet through school, some other shit happens, blah, 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 blah. But they turn out in love. More or less. The fella that got to play Elle had all of Elle's quirks. He did good on that. Because, you know, Elle was really quirky. He's not really a sociable person for good reason. He loves sweets. Well, it's always candy with him in this one. It's not necessarily, you know, he's not putting more sugar in his
parfaits.
Yeah.
Never eats salt.
Yeah, he's just eating candy. Elle himself is kind of a bitch. Let's go to how he acts and moves and does things. He wants to get shit done. He's like a hands-on kind of person, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. When there's a point where they're about to arrest, like, Elle would stay there and be the one to put the cuffs on. No, he walks out the fucking door like a bitch. So, and that's one of the biggest parts that just sucks. It literally ends with Light running from Elle like a bitch. And it was one point where Elle has Light cornered in an alleyway. Light starts telling him everything.
What? Why?
I think they tried to redo the actual scene at the end of the anime where he just fucking flips out. Anyway, it just basically ends on a Ferris wheel where Misa dies. They both fall off of it. And you find out it was pre-written down. He wrote this shit down, and he's in the hospital. And Elle is actually going through Light's stuff at his house. But this is another thing. Light only has his father. His mother was killed.
Of course. So they had to make him a bitch.
Exactly. His mother was killed, so that's why he had this warped sense of justice. It was murdered like 6 months before. They keep the first 30 minutes of the movie, they just keep referencing it. And well, anyway, towards the end of the movie, Elle is in Light's bedroom. Light is in the hospital because he fell off a Ferris wheel and landed in the water. It was all according to plan. Elle finds a page of the notebook, and it just cuts away because it looks like he's going to write someone's name in it. And you can guess
Elle?
who. And it cuts away. It cuts away to the hospital where nothing happens, and the last line is "humans are so interesting," and it just goes to nothing. And roll credits. Now, I'm missing a lot of shit. I'm sure I am. But that's the majority of the show. If I went through the whole thing, we'd just be here. This would be the whole podcast. So, Sunrie, I'm gonna let you vent on this, on what I just told you. I want to hear you freak out on this because this is how I felt.
You know, honestly, it's the same thing as you know, a bunch of other things. The Lost in Space movie, the new RoboCop, the new
Gag.
Recall, the remake of freaking Alice in Wonderland, and all that. It's people going, oh, I can do that too. They don't understand what is it about the original that makes it good.
Well, in this case, I think the only one that did his homework was William Dafoe. I mean, Elle did do that whole, like, sitting with his legs up on a chair thing.
Okay, for me, if somebody didn't know what Death Note was and they watched that, I honestly think they would kind of, just from the description, would kind of go, what's the fucking big deal?
And that's kind of what I said on Twitter, right? I said if I didn't know anything about Death Note and watched this,
it would be okay.
It'd be okay, but it's not. It's not okay. It's not like it's a movie with a different name. No, it's supposed to be Death Note. That's a hit fucking anime that nerds love, and by fucking it up, you're pissing off your nerds.
Really, it's the Power Rangers movie syndrome, where someone was told what it is, and someone went, I can work with that.
Yeah, but you know what?
And that's what happened.
I'm going to say this again. I liked the Power Rangers movie. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the series, so there you go.
Well, okay, see, there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the Power Rangers movie and Death and in this new Death Note movie. Someone wrote some fucking terrible fan fiction, and someone said, "Well, here's some money."
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just already from hearing about it, I hate it.
I wanted to try it. I wanted to see it and get my own impression of it because I heard a lot of people talk about it. I was talking with my buddy Ice Cold the other day, and he was telling me he saw it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? He says it's horrible. I'm like, okay, and he gave me some reasons. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then I was like, I'm gonna watch it and get my own opinion, and I did. So that's my opinion. It's if I had to give it nerd boners, it would definitely be like a 2 out of 10.
No, floppy dick.
It's a floppy dick. It's almost inverted. It's bad.
Jeez.
I'd watch it again just to see other people's reactions with it, you know. But that'd be it, and that would be the entertainment, is watching other people. William Dafoe was the best. The whole reason it's 2 is because of William Dafoe.
Yeah, Light shouldn't have been a little whiny goth bitch.
Misa was a fucking manipulative whore.
Yeah.
The last thing she says to him before everything kind of goes into play is, "I love you," and he goes, "You love me?" And that's when she steals the notebook out of his hands.
No, Light was the one who was very manipulative.
Yes.
I mean, he manipulated the shit out of Misa.
And that other
give
chick.
A damn about her.
And that other chick that he went to college with.
Yeah, he cared more about her
than
he did about Misa.
Misa was just the dumb blonde, which I would wreck Misa. Oh my god. Oh, find me a chick that looks like her. I would just, she could be my dick idol. But anyway.
Damn it.
Moving on, guys. Let us know what you think of the show, of the Netflix Death Note attempt on the Facebook page or whatnot. So moving on, I'm going to talk about something that I've just purchased and I'm kind of waiting for, and I don't like waiting. Sunrie, I think, knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes.
I've been waiting a long time, and I know you can make them. I know you can buy them, and both versions are just way too expensive. A Lights and Sound Proton Pack.
Yeah, not a $200.
Not $200 for
$200
making
to $3,000 movie exact prop.
Yes, which I would love. Don't get me wrong, I would love, but I don't have that money. I don't have, I can probably do the 200, but you also gotta for the 200 plus, you gotta know how to make it. And I'm just not that good at shit. I'm not that magical.
Yeah, you gotta solder. You gotta know how to glue certain things. You gotta know how to cut
soundboards and shit like that. I understand, but I can't follow that shit. It would turn out looking like the new Ghostbusters Proton, and I don't want that. So, but anyway, I ordered one online. Spirit Halloween store is selling them, I guess. So is Spencer's. I'm going to do a Nerd Tech review on this eventually, because I ordered it a week ago, and I'm not supposed to get it until like the first week of October, which I'm a little pissed off about. Because I didn't know that until I sent in the money. But you know what? For a Lights and Sound Ghostbusters Proton Pack, it better be worth it. And if it's worth it, I'm going to praise these guys because I've been wanting one for so long.
Yeah, and it's better than those blow-up ones.
I'm actually going to put together the suit myself, too. I'm not going to get that stupid, crappy, Ghostbusters costume, which I did buy, and I have the blow-up back-to-back, but it just sucks. So we'll move on. This is something Sunrie and I wanted to talk about for a long time. We heard about this when about maybe 3 weeks before the podcast started again.
Yes. Yeah, I was so excited to hear about this.
And I'll let you announce this one.
Freaking Secret of Mana HD remake on the PS4.
PS4. I know we just talked about the Secret of Mana and the Mana series, so it's kind of fun that we can kind of come back on this. Secret of Mana in a 3D remake. Now, we got to see kind of how it's going to look. The graphics, spot on, amazing. Exactly what I'd expect.
Yes.
Voice acting. We got to hear a little bit of voice acting. The little bit I heard, I was not impressed with. That's the only complaint I have so far.
Yeah, I'll get that. But at the same time, I actually think it works pretty well because they're going for that kind of cutesy young, and that's kind of how the graphics are too. Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to give that an F, or a bad rating just because of the voice acting. The original game didn't have any of that. You had to imagine it, which was good. So
yeah.
I've already pre-ordered mine. If you guys pre-ordered on the PS4, I think Sunrie got his too.
Yep.
So if you pre-order on the PS4, you get some free shit. You get some free avatars. You get some suits for the characters. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. You'll probably get to see us do a Let's Play or a review on it. Probably see us actually playing it, because I guess you can multiplay on this game.
You can.
So we'll definitely be checking that out. I think we're ready for the topic. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's topic time, guys. The topic is Stephen King movies and books. So when you think Stephen King, what's the first thing you think?
For me, it's Christine.
Christine's yeah. Cujo is the first thing I think of. No, even though The Shining has a amazing like special place in my heart. Cujo is probably one of the movies that really blew my mind. I mean, the first three movies I would think the movie adaptations from the books would be Cujo, The Shining, and then they had like a series or a TV like adaptation later on.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened with The Shining is Stephen King was not happy with the way that Kubrick did The Shining. It actually wasn't even filmed at the Stanley Hotel. I believe it was filmed someplace in Washington.
It looked good though.
It did look good. So Stephen King decided, hey, I'm gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna do this the Stephen King way. I'm gonna make it like the book. And so it became like I want to say 5 or 6 part miniseries, and he kept all the original dialogue, and it was fucking
it was
boring.
Brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was good. It just took. I'll agree with you with the boring to an extent. It took too long to get from point A to point B. That's what I'll agree with. But there was a lot more of the story. I mean, you knew why some of those ghosts were there. You know, and I liked that. As opposed to the movie where you're like, you see the twins, you're like, what the fuck? And then they hint to like people giving blowjobs to each other in fucking furry outfits, and you're like, why the fuck are they doing that? Well, in this they kind of explain it. But I like this story, and that's I think what made it good. And then of course the third one I was going on from there would be Pet Sematary.
Ah, yes.
Pet Sematary scared the living fuck out of me as a child.
I remember not seeing that for a long time, and what I did see growing up and stuff like that was the movie posters at the video stores, and you know, with the tagline "Don't bury me, I'm not dead yet."
Yeah.
And just that freaking me out, thinking, what the hell is that?
What about you? What are the first 3 movies you think of when you think of and books that you think of when you think of course, Stephen King?
For me, the first 3, like I think the ones I saw. The first one was, that I remember, scared the shit out of me until I saw it later on, and it just didn't bother me at all, was Prince of Darkness, and then Pet Sematary, and Christine.
Yeah, Christine is a great movie though too, and a great book.
The kid who always getting his ass kicked, and he comes across this car, and he builds it up, and one night the one-dimensional bullies decide they're gonna go fuck with the car because he keeps talking to this guy's girlfriend, and they don't like it, or not necessarily girlfriend, just another guy that the jock boy likes. And he says, well, I know where he keeps his car. So they go and they destroy their car, and one of them literally takes his shit on his dashboard.
Yeah
And then
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then one of the nights, one of the guys is killed, and he goes back, and he's being mopey over his car and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, he notices, hey, wait, part of my car's okay. It's like, this is weird, and he starts to walk away, and he hears the car fix itself. He turns around, and he sees it, and he says, okay, show me. And the car fixes himself, and he starts to become more and more and more obsessed, and
almost like a girlfriend kind of thing.
And it's a '57 Chevy Bel Air, so it's a gorgeous looking car, really rare. And he just kind of starts to get more and more possessed by this car and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is the one with the chick with the powers that gets blood splattered on her? I can't remember.
Oh, that's Carrie.
Carrie, yeah. Was that Stephen King?
Yes, Stephen King.
Wow.
1976 and 2013.
Oh wow, that's insanity. And of course the movie It came out. It came out it came out Friday, and I'm already hearing good and bad things about it, which I'm still excited. I'm gonna see it. When I get money, and I'm just hoping that it's not one of those movies where the commercials are all the best parts.
I've heard good things about it. It seems like they changed the date of the story, so I believe it takes place in the 70s.
Yeah.
To start off with, and then it takes place current day. So they kind of changed a little bit, but apparently it's not like the miniseries where it keeps flashbacking to when they were kids. The first part of the movie is them as the kids, and then time jumps forward to where they're adults going through the adult part of it.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to see what they do with Pennywise, because in my opinion, I think that the miniseries did a great job.
Miniseries wasn't bad. The parts that were supposed to be scary and stuff like that were a little too comedy. Like even the part where freaking Pennywise is up on the balcony in the library and he's doing the live, that the performance was so hilarious, and it was Tim Curry playing Pennywise. The people in the background are actually laughing, and you're supposed to be scared. Yeah, and it's like they open up the fridge and all these balloons, like, ooh, balloons, scary, and then the head of their dead friend is inside of the fridge, and hi guys, it's like, really. I don't know. When I was a kid, it was creepy. The way they made this clown look is fucking phenomenal. Oh yeah, no, he looks frightening.
I still say to this day, I hope Tim Curry does like an appearance in the movie.
Yeah,
it'd be cool if he's one of the teachers or someone. Maybe if someone that dies.
Yeah.
Someone is like, that clown doesn't exist. You're full of shit. It's just a little wink to the audience, like, haha, I used to be the bad guy. Oh, and here's a little update from one of our past podcasts. They're making a live action Aladdin, guys.
No.
You know who's gonna be the genie? I know everyone else is saying it, but I don't think you know, Sunrie. You want to know who the genie is? Will fucking Smith.
No.
Say goodbye to your childhood, man. Oh, I'm not saying he's gonna fuck it up, but it's not Robin Williams.
No.
But yeah, we tangented off a little bit but I just wanted to see your reaction. Just remember, guys, you heard it here. You heard it when we said it, that this shit was gonna happen. This is a big fat I told you so to the whole world right here. You're speechless.
Yeah. One movie I remember seeing that I guess originally was a mini-series, Tommyknockers. And I didn't think
Tommyknockers.
Yeah, I don't think Tommyknockers was all that bad. And also, I remember it not being all that great. It was interesting enough. The other one I remember that was just terrible and just drove me up a wall was Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, I loved Maximum Overdrive.
That had a really good premise, and they fucked it up.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I mean, it starts off with, oh, this asteroid's coming to Earth and all this weird stuff is happening, and then all of a sudden at the end of it, it's like, yep, it was that alien ship that was. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Was that Stephen King?
Yeah, it was Stephen King,
oh,
and it had what's her name, the lady who voices Lisa Simpson in it.
Oh yeah, she was a big actress.
In the voice was in it the entire time, and Stephen King movies follow a specific type of trope as well. You have overactive preacher man who is actually not a very good person, who's actually like not very Christian at all. You have an adulterer, his whore, his wife. You have the drunk, who's usually the first to die. Gee, I wonder why Stephen King does that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
someone's got to die. Might as well be the drunk.
Yeah, and then you have the supposed boring everyman who is actually the hero. That's every Stephen King movie and Stephen King story ever. And it's basically like, this man bought a toaster. It does more than burn the bread. Here's the thing I like about Stephen King, though. Stephen King can go from writing Tommyknockers or It and go, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Oh, here's Shawshank Redemption. It's like, holy shit, you can write on other genres.
Yeah, he's not just one, like, not horror or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
it's like,
talent.
Shawshank was good, but you know what? Let's combine the two. Here's The Green Mile. It's like, what the fuck? Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher. Was that him too?
Dreamcatcher. Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I like in the movie. I like the actors.
Oh, I get we're supposed to see him change from one personality to the next, but why does he go from 1 minute talking just normal to suddenly having a really bad British accent?
I don't know. I can't explain that. You know how long it's been since I've seen it?
SSDD. And the fucking Down syndrome kid, Mr. Gay. I found you, Mr. Gay. It's like, okay.
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was pretty decent for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be like Timmy. To me, it was the equivalent of Timmy from South Park can actually fly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's no all these friends get together, they witness this thing, and there's this alien that was. It's like, stop this stupid shit.
I thought it was interesting. It had my attention. People who are cats.
Oh God.
You know what I'm talking about? You and I have talked about this movie.
Nightwalkers?
Sleepwalkers. That was such. But I remember like this dude and his mom were like kissing and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's hella incesty. That movie was kind of a flop too, which it should have been.
Yeah. It was one of those. It was cringy. Especially the guy. The guy's fucking his mom and stuff like that. It's like,
very cringy.
Really?
I think that was one of his movie or his stories that he had like. Where it's shock value kind of thing. Bad movie. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be like scratching your head wondering why. Because
it was in the 80s when he started going sober and stuff like that. It really kind of affected a lot of his writing. I think one of his most successful book to movie translations was Misery.
Oh God, yes.
I think that out of all of his books and everything like that, that is the one that actually works.
Well, what about The Dark Tower? What about The Dark Tower? Actually, I couldn't finish that without laughing.
Okay, I have never read the books, so I have no idea. I've heard that it was not a faithful adaptation to film and stuff like that, so I honestly have got.
I heard the movie sucked in general, altogether.
Yeah, I heard
like
it was
even
bad.
if you didn't know, it sucked. The Dark Tower was always a book that I wanted to read because I know there's a bunch of books, right? It's like a series.
Yeah, it's a series of books.
So I hope it's a good movie. I hope it's a blockbuster hit. I hope it's because we need one. We haven't had really any very good movies this summer.
Especially not a good scary movie. Most of the quote unquote scary movies have been bad again. They've gone from the interesting thing is they are at least trying to be scary. They're just being bad at it. And they've gone from honestly they've gone from trying to be scary, like actual scary, to being like, well, fuck it, we can use jump scares for an easy scare. We don't have to try real hard. And you know what? If we're shocking,
a lot of them mix up scary with gore. Like,
yes,
gore is like, the equivalent to the old slasher films.
Like, I see that shit in video games.
Yeah, play the Evil Within. Fucking that you want gore and cringy and actually kind of scary.
Yeah,
that would do it. Yeah.
Well, because you're so defenseless in that game.
Yeah, and that's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah.
And you fuck up, you get to watch your friends die.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm gonna try to see it here soon, will actually bring back horror into a real scary place. Like things that will fuck with you psychologically as well as visually, and not just I'm jumping out of the shadows with the machete. Oh, I chopped off his head. Ooh, scary. Stephen King works very, very well with books because he's a very descriptive writer. And so when you're reading the books compared to watching the movies, it's much scarier because you're filling in the blanks. You are putting in there with the descriptions of everything. You are seeing what is scary to you. He might be describing the scene, but how you are seeing it and how it is scary is because you, in your mind, are putting the images that are scary for you into your mind. Yes. That's why his writings work so well, and they do not translate well to film.
In some instances, they do.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
it's been proven.
Well, okay, just like with the Shining, when he's out there and he's playing in the snow, and the bushes and stuff like that come to life and are sneaking up on him. As a movie, it's not as scary watching that happen
as it would be in your head. Right,
but yeah. You are reading in a Stephen King novel, especially without knowing, what might be happening next and stuff like that. Here's a I think it was like 8 in the book or the movie or something like that. So completely defenseless, completely oblivious, just thinking, and all you're reading is about how this shrubbery that is actually a poltergeist, a demon lion, is creeping up on him like a deer in the savannah, and it's getting closer, and it can smell him, and he's so close, and he's reaching out a paw, and if Danny was paying attention, he could feel the breath on his neck, and he's about to and he's opening his mouth and putting his mouth around the kid's neck before someone comes to rescue him. That's fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Watching that in a movie, you're gonna go, well, it's just gonna disappear, or but when you're reading and you're picturing what this thing looks like, that's terrifying.
Well, bad CG always screws stuff up.
And
too.
bad CG screws shit up.
Well, let's admit it. No matter how good the CG is now, 20 years from now, you're gonna see it as shitty CG.
Yep.
CG does not age well, with few exceptions. Star Wars, when they mix CG with real life.
Yeah, CG does not do organic very well. It does particles, it does destruction effects. It can even do cars pretty good. Stephen King in his miniseries did a lot of practical effects. There wasn't a whole lot of special effects, but when they did do special effects, they looked terrible, like Tommy knockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the practical effects, like with the typewriter and and certain stuff like that, was great. But like that lipstick laser she used on the cops, that was terrible looking.
Oh God. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, she used that lipstick. It's like, oh God. Pet Cemetery, great example. A lot of practical effects.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of special effects.
Well, even the undead animals were really well done.
Yeah, it was done very, very well. And even if the movie itself doesn't age well, the look and pacing and the feel of the movie does. In another 5 years, we're not going to say, oh wow, that was a great movie, because it wasn't that great of a movie then. But even no matter what Herman Monster tried to do, he was not going to be able to save that movie.
No.
But yeah, the effects in the movie work. Now, granted, when Church jumps on him and he's swinging around, it's obviously a very fake floppy cat and stuff like that.
Yeah, which is actually watching it now makes it funny.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, there's movement there. There's weight. There's some weight to it, and he's reacting to something that's actually there. So his movements are more fluid and stuff like that. And that's one thing I do like about the Stephen King miniseries, the one that I like the most, which I feel most people do, is The Stand. Because I wanted to save that, because this for me, this is the best for last.
Oh God, yeah. The Stand was an amazing miniseries.
Awesome.
No, I forget. I don't think I did, because I know I introduced you to a few things. I don't think I introduced you to The Stand.
No, I had seen most of The Stand, and then you showed me the rest of them, because I believe Sophisto, your father, had recorded them.
Yes.
And watched them over the course of a weekend.
The Stand was the reason I started writing in general. The Stand was the reason that I started writing stories, books, mini story, everything. I loved that. I loved the book. I loved the miniseries. Yep. I loved it. It was good. I
thought miniseries was freaking amazing, and it was so cool, because I had come to the conclusion, but I wasn't 100% certain that I understood it right. And again, spoilers. So during the entire time, there's basically a guy who's kind of like, for a lack of a better term, a ghoul.
No, you're talking about the Trash Can Man.
Yeah, I'm talking about Trash Can Man.
Yeah.
So during this entire
the fire dude.
Yeah. So during
the voice of the Pink Panther. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
So during this entire story, he is basically doing the work of the devil, and every time he's doing something, he says, "All for you, all for you,
all for you."
He
also had kind of a little rhyme or something he'd say.
And so then at the end of the miniseries and stuff like that, he brings a nuclear warhead, and there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on, and with him and a bunch of other people. So I'm not going to
bumpity bump is what he said.
Yes,
bumpity bump.
Yeah, bumpity bump, all for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings this nuclear to Las Vegas, because the devil has gotten all of his followers to come to Las Vegas.
It was the big fire, is what he called it.
Yes, the big fire.
I loved it. I love Trash Can Man.
Yeah, and so Trash Can Man's got this nuclear warhead out there, and the devil's kind of like, what are you doing?
It was a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift and everything like that. And at the end, if I remember correctly,
because Randall Flagg was the devil.
Randall Flagg was the devil. Yeah, at the very end, and he's got his finger literally on the button to detonate this nuke. He looks up in the sky and says, "Bumping him all for you."
All
and he hits,
for you.
because at the end, he was not talking about Randall Flagg, aka the devil. He was telling God, all for you, because he had been turned around.
And the whole time Randall Flagg thought he was doing stuff for him.
Yeah.
And
so
he was his pawn.
He wasn't. He was actually not doing it for him. And it was like a holy shit moment. It's like everything suddenly makes so much sense.
And at this point, the Trash Can Man was so burnt from the sun because he was walking through like deserts and
dragging not wheelbarrows, but like trailers and stuff like that behind him with ropes and
yeah. And then they had the mentally challenged guy the guy that played on Coach.
Yes.
M-O-O-N, that spells moon. That guy.
Yep.
He was pretty cool. The characterization in the book and in the miniseries was amazing. You got really into these characters, and the acting was great.
Oh, and the woman, what was her name?
I can't remember the little black lady.
Yes.
That was like that was in her dreams. Was basically God's advocate.
Yeah, God's advocate, and kept calling, I gotta get people out to Colorado.
Yeah.
It's like I loved her so much.
Really so southern awesome. old lady, really cool.
Yeah.
What makes it good is that everything just kind of comes together. And at first, all they're trying to do is survive.
Yeah.
They're trying to do.
The pacing is awesome. The characterization is awesome. The depiction of a military, very martial law quarantine of people is very realistic.
Well, it cracks me up. Do you remember how this quote unquote virus got out?
For the life of me, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I remember how it started. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm pretty sure the first episode started with "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," the song.
Yes.
And what happened was it goes into this underground, like almost umbrella like corporation kind of thing, and shit happens, and this thing goes airborne, and everything's being locked down. Well, this gate guard decides to leave.
Oh yeah, that's right. He basically goes, asshole.
Fuck you guys, I got a family, and just takes off. And because of him, all of this starts. All of this. So
yeah, and there's people who are immune to it, and they're the ones who are left over, and
yes, and it just goes from there, and it's basically an apocalypse.
You are basically watching Stephen King's interpretation
of the end of the world,
of Revelation.
Yeah, the end of days.
Yeah, the end of days, and it was very interesting. And it's not heavy on the nose. There's not a lot of Christian allegory and stuff like that, but you realize that, oh my God, this was supposed to be Revelation. This is cool.
What cracks me up is Flagg lets what turns out to be his general out of jail, and the guy's in there starving to death, and he's like, I can let you out, and he's like showing him the key and stuff. And he's like, I can let you out, and he says, well, who are you? He says, pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name.
Yes.
And that cracked me up.
Do.
Yeah.
Do. Pleased to meet you.
Exactly.
Oh,
and
guess my name.
The song's about Satan.
Yeah.
So there you go. And he lets this guy out. He makes a deal with him. This guy's basically his right-hand man, and it just goes on from there. It's just everything. Everyone has a story, and there's even this chick who's just completely fucked, and you could tell that she wants to be good, but at the same time she's got this fucked up life.
Yeah, she's basically the whore of Babylon.
Yes, she ends up basically making the devil's baby. Which, spoiler alert, she ends up committing suicide, killing it and her in the process.
Yeah, she is the whore of Babylon in this Revelation story.
Now, again, I'm gonna horror Netflix out. It used to be on Netflix. The Stand used to be on that. I don't know if it is now.
Remember, this was a miniseries. I believe this was
about 12 episodes, maybe longer.
12, and they're all about an hour or so long.
Each one started with an amazing song.
Yep.
And you get really into these characters. The guy who played Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump was one of the main characters.
That's right, he was.
It's so good. Everything just comes together at the end. It's one of those movies that like shit happens. You're like, why does that happen? And everything comes together like a puzzle piece at the end of the movie. And that was one of Stephen King's best fucking achievements.
Yeah. I think that is his most successful miniseries. I give a nod to Andromeda Strain. I just don't think it was very good. It was very boring.
Eh.
The book, fantastic. Fantastic book. One of my all-time favorite Stephen King is Andromeda Strain. I don't like the movie slash, kind of miniseries, because I remember it wasn't so much a miniseries because it was a movie, but I remember them breaking it up into a miniseries. Here's what I like about the Andromeda Strain, with the whole concept behind it and stuff like that. The way it's described on the synopsis on the book is viruses. They're not alive. They're not dead. They don't care about you, or their only purpose, is to evolve and spread. And it's like, that is terrifying when you think about it, because a virus is not alive. It by definition is not alive. A virus is not dead. There's never such thing as a dead virus because it was never alive. And all it wants to do is change its DNA structure, continue to alter itself in order to affect more and more hosts, and continue to spread.
Since it's Halloween in September, what's that remind you of? What's the closest horror analogy that you can think of that what you just said, that matches what you just said?
Oh, the fact that my wife is pregnant. I'm about to have a child in October.
Well, no, but that's absolutely nothing to do with what I was going to say, but yes.
Yeah, we've got a little nerd on the way. I figured to use that as a segue.
There's a little nerd on the way. But no, what I was getting to was zombies, dude.
Yeah, zombies, yeah.
Yeah. I hope your child doesn't come out as a zombie. That'd be kind of... Yeah,
no, I'd be a little upset.
I kind of want little Batman to be okay.
Yes. Oh, and he will be Batman for Halloween. I'll get a picture. He's got a Batman outfit already. Okay, so for movies, Misery was his best book adaptation. For miniseries, it's definitely The Stand.
I would say The Stand, and a close second for me would be It, because I liked it. It has a special place. There's a nostalgia for it for me, and I think that's what
I would put It as my second successful for it, because there's just too much stuff I think they screwed around with and didn't take seriously enough and things like that. Like, okay, now the scene of going, when they have the flashback where she turns on the faucet and there's just blood everywhere and only the kids can see it. Okay, that's scary. But opening up a fridge with your dead friend's head in there, and he's like, "Hi guys, how you doing today?"
Well, you gotta remember, this is I want to say the early '90s, late '80s.
Yeah, '90s.
There was only so much they can get away with that. We couldn't get away with quite as much then as we can now, especially in movie form.
Yeah. So there's some things about it which just did not work with me, and several times, even watching the miniseries end to end, where I was like, "Wait, what?" I'm a little lost. For the October month of Halloween, maybe we will go through and like every week we will have to watch a horror movie or a series and do that. Maybe we'll do that. An honorable mentioning that I want to give, simply because I enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but then going back and watching again, I didn't. Was the miniseries for the Langoliers. Yeah, it was just a disappointing reveal. The concept was fantastic. The ending didn't make any sense. Oh, are we them? Are we the new people?
It's funny that you mentioned the Langoliers, because Gambit mentioned them a few podcasts back.
I mean, it's a great concept.
This is what made Maximum Overdrive great. Are you ready for this? The song Hell's Bells.
Okay, yeah.
AC/DC. It was my favorite AC/DC song, and that movie made me love that song.
When the cars were out there and the leader, the Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime with the fucking head on it?
Yeah. Was sitting there honking at them and demanding they fuel. All I can think of is, hang out for another 2 fucking hours. What are they going to do? They're cars. Once they run out of gas, they can't hurt you. Just don't fucking give them gas. Oh no, I'm gonna go out there and pump gas for 16 hours and lay down and act like, I'm so tired. Why didn't you all take turns? If you were so dedicated to feeding these things, fuck it, take turns then.
Or don't.
Just don't. The movie would have been over faster.
But it's shit like that. If it wasn't for shit like that, we wouldn't have these beautiful rants.
That is true.
So, it's almost like, one of those movies where like, don't go outside, you're gonna get killed, and they fucking do it anyway.
Well, fuck you, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna go run outside. I gotta run away from this axe murderer guy. Yeah. Oh, look, I broke my leg. Yeah. Well, I told you not to fucking go outside, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. See, okay, and that is, I actually, just a real quick nod, I finally saw Cloverfield Lane. And was it like 11 Cloverfield Lane or something like that? I loved it. Anytime that says Cloverfield, he says, look, there's going to be some loose tie-ins where you will see some things that are mirrored here and there, and you might see a reference to it, but it's not the same universe. But my Cloverfield franchise, J.J. Abrams says, is going to be one of those things where as soon as you hear that, you know it's going to be psychological, what's going on, okay, cool.
It's a genre, is what it is.
It's a genre, yeah.
We're talking about it. There's a movie on Netflix, and it's called Clown.
I've seen the thing for it, and I haven't watched it. Maybe I will, and we'll give a review.
It's literally, it was basically made by people like you and me it was a fanfic off of YouTube that they made into a movie. I kind of like that Netflix is kind of just grabbing people with good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Hint, hint, Netflix.
Yeah, hey,
there's
we
the
have
new
the
sexy.
Game Ranger.
Hint, hint, Netflix. There's the new sexy live podcast. Maybe. Come on, fuckers.
Yeah, don't make us do something like the Smosh movie though. That was fucking terrible.
No, we're not. No, we'll deny that. Or the Game Ranger.
Yeah.
Or we can do the Game Ranger.
We can do the Game Ranger.
Or some other live action shit. It's fucking great.
Yeah. So nerds though, I mean, with the Stephen King things like that, what's your favorite and why? What did we miss? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Obviously, we want to hear about it.
Do you have any nostalgic thoughts on some of these movies and books? And
I mean, the guy's only got 100,000 books that he writes every other month. I mean, we missed some. We missed
not even the stories, just
Yeah.
the regular stories. Because
we missed a lot here.
There's movies just that were out just based off stories that he wrote and threw away.
Yeah.
So.
And what movies are we forgetting that are Stephen King that we didn't even think were? I mean, I know there's a crap ton of those too. For the longest time, I didn't know Shawshank Redemption was Stephen King.
Yeah, nerds, let us know. Keep in touch with us. You can get in touch with us on the YouTube page and the Facebook page and the Twitter page. And here's a little announcement. I now have a Discord up. So if you guys want to be a part of that, get in touch with me on the YouTube page, on the Nerd YouTube page or Twitter, and we can go from there.
Everyone, we want to play with fans and stuff like that.
Yes.
You hear it's Nerd Rage, and we'll post up the videos and have fun.
Be a part of the experience.
Who knows? You might end up being part of some of the other projects that we're working on.
Thanks for listening, guys. We hope to see you next week. Who knows what our next topic will be? If you guys have any ideas for a topic, let us know. We've been getting a lot of good suggestions lately.
Yep.
All right, guys. We hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week. Anything you have to say, Sunrie?
Yeah, stay sexy.
Stay sexy, everybody.